Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Stunna 4 Vagas and DaBaby once went on an unbelievable run together, moving as a tight unit and rapidly taking over the rap game. For a moment, it felt like they were unstoppable. But today, we're breaking down how that partnership slowly unraveled, what really happened behind the scenes, and why serious allegations and internal label drama ultimately pushed everything off the rails. Stunna 4 Vagas grew up in Salisbury, North Carolina, and his path to success wasn't easy. Opportunities were limited, and his father wasn't around during his childhood. Like a lot of kids from similar situations, Stunna first tried to escape his environment through sports. He played basketball and football and even had a cousin, Javon Hargrave, who made it to the NFL as a defensive tackle. But Stunna knew early on that going pro wasn't in the cards for him. Eventually, he made a life-changing decision to switch lanes and take music seriously. Once he started rapping, Stunna began performing anywhere he could across North Carolina. These were small club shows at first, and the money wasn't great, sometimes only a few $100s per night. Even on his best nights, his pockets were still light. But locally, people were paying attention. His energy, delivery, and street presence made him stand out. Everything changed when a local DJ posted Stunna's music online. That post caught the attention of DaBaby, who at the time was already grinding hard in the industry. DaBaby had dropped his first mixtape back in 2015, and by 2018 he was building serious momentum. He wasn't a superstar yet, but he was clearly on another level compared to where Stunna was. After DaBaby liked the DJ's post, the two linked up, and they clicked immediately. DaBaby saw star potential in Stunna before most people did. The very next day, they hit the studio together and recorded the track, Animal. The song exploded, running up numbers fast and officially putting Stunna on the map. From that point on, DaBaby made sure to keep Stunna moving with him. They were constantly in the studio together, and DaBaby started bringing Stunna out to shows, introducing him to much bigger crowds. In just a few months, Stunna's life completely changed. He went from getting paid a few $100s per show to earning thousands every performance. DaBaby pushed him hard and made him a priority. When DaBaby dropped his 2018 mixtape, Stunna was the only featured artist on the entire project. That tape ended up being distributed through Jay-Z's Roc Nation, which helped DaBaby take another major step forward in his career. In 2019, DaBaby signed a massive 7-figure deal with Interscope Records. But he didn't just secure a deal for himself, he made sure Stunna came along for the ride. Even though Stunna was already signed to DaBaby's billion-dollar Baby Entertainment imprint, DaBaby helped him land a major label deal as well. According to Stunna, before he was even officially signed, he had already made close to $200,000 from features and shows alone. When Stunna and DaBaby dropped more music together, the success kept piling up. Stunna's debut releases under Interscope gained serious traction, and for a while, it looked like his rise was unstoppable. But not long after, problems started to surface. Rumors began spreading online after Stunna's chains appeared on social media, with people claiming they had been taken from him. Stunna quickly denied those rumors, explaining that his vehicle had been stolen after a show in Atlanta and the jewelry was inside. He made it clear that he wasn't panicking about replacing material things and wasn't interested in paying to recover them. Around the same time, Stunna's momentum began to slow. While 2019 had been a breakout year filled with major collaborations and industry attention, critics and fans started cooling off by late 2020. His second album charted modestly, but later releases struggled to gain the same traction. By 2021, Stunna completely stepped away from music. Meanwhile, DaBaby hit a major setback of his own after public controversy affected his standing in the industry. When Stunna returned in 2022 with a new project, no one realized it would be his final release under DaBaby's label. Behind the scenes, tension was building. DaBaby had also signed a female rapper to the label, and internal issues started to surface. Disagreements escalated, and serious accusations were made involving Stunna. While those claims were publicly denied by Stunna, the situation caused lasting damage to the label's unity and reputation. Stunna eventually relocated to Houston, a move he said was motivated by personal growth and a desire for peace. He explained that leaving North Carolina helped him mature, change his lifestyle, and step away from habits that were holding him back. In Houston, he focused on fitness, family, and even began managing basketball players, funding their equipment and travel out of his own pocket. By 2023, Stunna made it clear that he no longer wanted to be part of the rap industry machine. He asked DaBaby to release him from his contract so he could pursue other interests. When news broke that he was no longer signed, rumors of beef immediately spread. Stunna denied being dropped and explained that music was no longer his main focus. Later interviews revealed that while there was no public feud, there were financial and contractual issues behind the scenes. Stunna admitted that after hiring his own lawyer, he realized parts of his deal weren't working in his favor, and that played a role in his departure. In 2024, Stunna signed with a smaller independent label and released new music, but his numbers never returned to their previous highs. Still, his priorities had changed. He started a family, got married, and began focusing on long-term stability rather than industry fame. He also spoke openly about being smart with his money, avoiding flashy spending, and investing in things that actually mattered. In late 2025, Stunna and DaBaby both confirmed that they had spoken privately and cleared the air. There was no lingering beef, just two people who had grown apart and moved in different directions. While fans still hope for a reunion, it's clear that the era they shared back in 2019 was a once-in-a-lifetime run. They may never dominate the rap game together again, but their story remains one of the most dramatic rises and separations in modern hip-hop history.